Hi, this is Mike. I want to talk to you today about using styles in Microsoft Word to control spell check options. As a quick note, I'm using Windows and Word 2013, but I think the concepts will apply in most versions of Word, even if the UI and the gestures are slightly different. I'm going to start by talking about using different languages in the same document and using styles to have spell check do the right thing for each of the languages. The premise is that I'm writing a paper or an article that includes a lot of quotations in Spanish, and they're all intermingled with the English text. So you can see here there's an example where there's a bunch of Spanish and the spell checker is freaking out because it thinks all of these Spanish words are misspelled English words. I'm going to fix that by using a style. I'm going to start by creating a style for block quotations, things that are set off from the rest of the article or paper or whatever. I'll create a new style, um, and I'm going to call it block quote in Spanish. It's a paragraph style, and for visibility for us, I mean, maybe block quotes should be indented anyway, but primarily so that it will be visible to us which paragraphs have this style. I'm going to set an indent on this style. The interesting part is in the format options, there's an option for language, and I will choose Spanish. And now what this will tell Word is that any paragraph that's styled block quote in Spanish should use Spanish for its spell checker. Okay, so create the style, and what I'll do is I will apply it here to, I'll apply block quote in Spanish to this paragraph here, and then magic. So it's indented, as you can see. It still seems a little freaked out, but I will rerun the spell checker, and it will be all better. Don't want to check the rest of the document. So now you can see that the spell checker is not marking anything in this paragraph, which is all in Spanish. In fact, if I now add some English in this, you can see that the spell checker is thinking those are now misspelled words because of the English words in a Spanish or in a paragraph that's using the Spanish spell checker. Okay, so that's for entire paragraphs. Down here I have a paragraph that intermingles English and Spanish in the same paragraph. So I can't use the block quote in Spanish style because that's just got one language for the entire paragraph. But I can create a character style, which, as you probably know, can apply to one character or any string within a paragraph or across paragraphs. Now, create the new style. I'll call it running text in Spanish, and I'll make sure that it's a character style. Okay, and again, primarily for visibility, I'm going to make it italic so that we'll know what text has this style applied. And then I can do basically the same thing. I can say format, language, I'll choose Spanish, and here we have, so now we have this new character style called running text in Spanish. It's a character style so that I can select any text anywhere in the document, and I'll apply it. And now, of course, not only did it get italic, which is part of the style definition, but also the spell checker is now much happier with this. Okay, so I'm using Spanish here, although you could do this with any of the languages that Microsoft Word supports, which is lots. And in fact, if you have several different languages in the same document, you can do the same thing for each individual language. So you could have running text in Spanish, running text in German, running text in French, block quote in Spanish, block quote in French, block quote in German, and then apply those styles as needed for the different bits and pieces of language in your document, and then spell check will always know what to do. So that's part one, using styles with spell checking. In part two, I'll show you how to selectively turn off spell check using styles. Thanks.